Now that's a fact. Salute. Big step. Salute.
Big step. You already know the fucking
word.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
The truth shall set you free.
So keep in mind, I'm zoomed in on it, and it's like running to the next page as I'm reading.
Nah,
so don't judge me.
You good, Danny? But look, check this out. Like, just to give people like some verbal audio of what you just said and shit. I'd rather play that than how you read the rest of the paperwork, because it'll pretty much put that shit in the synopsis, or pretty much show who this dude is. But like I said, I don't know what's going on really with dude. I didn't even know like the details of the case. I didn't know that he's allegedly, after he did the shit, stood in the mirror and beat on his chest and said he was the man. But I want to get into that, because like a lot of people like me don't know who dude really is. So I think that this video kind of
fuck with that nigga. Yeah, he's supposed to be dead.
Nah, we can't do that because the bitch filed. So, you know, can't do that.
What?
The bitch filed. Just gotta keep it real. She doubled back and said she lied about everything.
Yeah, do that.
At the end of the day, at that point, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Once you do that, the women I know been raped. They ain't
That's
playing
some
about
Karen
that
shit.
Yeah, they experiencing, they going through that trauma every day. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like if something did happen, and I think she done took a payday, but then she act like they tried to pay her, and she went and exposed them trying to pay her. So I can't see a nigga attempting to do that again after she was screaming they trying to bribe me. Then she doubles back and says, I tried to recant the story in court, but the judge and the DA wouldn't let me. So I don't know all that. Yeah, the bitch said, she said when the judge said, has anything been lied, anybody told any lies or whatever. She said, I stood up in court and told the judge I want to dismiss and drop all charges, but the DA and the judge wouldn't let me. Then the bitch on tape, 10, 15 years later, whatever it was, saying she lied on the nigga.
That's what I gotta find that, because I didn't hear that she said.
We got that content. Somebody,
I need to hear that.
Voice got it.
So let me ask you a question. Was he in a relationship with this child, or this shit never happened?
No, that's what they're trying to say, but that's what Nicki them saying. Nicki them saying that they was in a relationship, but she refuted that they never was in a relationship.
Nah, it wasn't a relationship. They just grew up on the same block. Nicki don't know shit, bitch. She wasn't even around. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? Sit the fuck down. Sit this one out. Niggas gonna tell you anything. Yeah, you know, just because you're a rapper don't mean your word means shit.
Nah. I'm going into the gruesome details of this shit. That's what I'm saying. It don't mean no
I mean the bitch, fuck all that. All you gotta do is play the content they got in court, her statement, and then play the motherfucking content that Voice got. At that point, it don't even matter. I don't know why the nigga ain't willing to peel the whole shit and sue her motherfucking ass.
You talking about that one that Voice played the other day?
Yeah.
That shit was chopped up.
What you mean it was chopped up?
It was definitely chopped up. It was chopped up with some of the shit that Naughty had played.
Well, of course, what you mean? Because they was going back and forth. They showing what the bitch said in court, and first you hear her talking incomplete. Then it starts to go with the back and forth. Break it down what she said prior versus what she just said. That's all. All you gotta do is listen to it.
Hey, Unc, somebody in the chat saying he did sue New York, but he lost.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how if he had that shit right there, I don't know how he lost. The bitch stood up and said she wanted to drop the case. Right. In their court.
I'm gonna play all that content for y'all.
It's in the motherfucking morning show, bro.
Why won't they take him off of Megan's Law?
I don't know. How is this nigga doing his due diligence?
Right, because if she drop anything,
Bro, the shit is in the motherfucking morning show. A pink voice in there. She got it. I mean,
Bang,
fuck
it
yeah,
is in
when
the
I
morning
heard it.
show.
I'm telling you, it's in the morning
Anybody
show.
gonna get that time stuff?
I know where the fuck it's
Here,
at.
I'm gonna go look.
It's in the morning show. I think Naughty ran Run Content. Voice double back and ran the other.
I think it was yesterday around like 12, because it's before everybody got to arguing.
I mean, morning show over at 11.
My 12, my time. So that may be like 3-4 hours in.
At 9 o'clock. That's 9 o'clock BST. Somewhere around there.
Fuck me up, bro. What the fuck is that?
I mean, bro, when I heard that, it's shit what it is. I ain't finna be.
Yeah.
Bitch, you playing, ain't nothing to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why I'm kind of
You
quiet.
fucking with a nigga life. You fucking with a nigga life for her to look. You gonna hear her on one thing with the sniveling and all that shit, and then next thing you know, next thing you know, you gonna hear some shit later on. And when she like, in court, I told him I wanted to drop the charges. When he asked if anybody lied, I stood up. The DA and judge wouldn't go for it. The bitch say she lied, made some shit up, all kind of shit.
You seen why she justified that she did that? Saying that like her family made her do it. She didn't want to do it. She said that her family made her do that shit.
I mean, bro, listen.
That's weird, though. Why would the family want you to not get justice on a nigga that raped you?
Because like we were talking about in Beast Room in that last room, she so said, this out of her, I'm just saying what she said. I'm just the messenger. She said that her family, the woman that she was with, was scared of them niggas. Like if being that she would have told, she's still scared for their life or whatever. So they made her recant her statement. That's what her story
No,
was.
wait. That's cap. The recanting come way later.
That's her story.
That's the case. You gonna recant. You gonna fucking recant out the gate.
She said that they was hiding her, right? She said that when he started going to court, they started bringing her to the courtroom, and the DA asked her, like, what you doing here? They was bringing her to the court on the steps or something, and the DA seen her, and that's when she told the DA, because her family was behind her back, she told the DA, she said that her family wanted her to drop the charges.
Well, the bitch said later on, she stood up because she was lying.
I don't want to hear that shit.
The bitch is super grown when she say this.
Need to find her. That's some cool work right there. Put on me.
Yeah. It's coming out of her mouth.
That shit could have got that nigga killed. In the jail for the rest of his life.
All day long. All kind of shit, bro. Man, these women get vindictive, boy. They'll do all kind of shit, bro. Say shit, do shit.
While we wait on that morning show clip, I'm gonna play this other little clip of Kenneth Pettit right quick.
When you go to second shit that I'm about to say that just in my mind while y'all saying it, that mean they did a medical kit on it and everything, so I'm guessing that shit came back negative.
I don't think he never got charged with the rape. I think it was attempted.
He got charged with attempted rape. He copped out to attempted rape. He got charged with.
Yeah, I see what's going on. He ain't raped her. See, him and the girl got some type of history, something going on. They know each other some type of way.
Yeah, when y'all hear this shit, it's gonna sit you down for real.
I'm listening to you, so I know you heard.
I heard it, bro. Cause bro, I was all the way against the nigga. I was all the way against the nigga, Todd, until I heard the shit. Voice come in with the shit. I'm like, oh, hold up, like, fuck is, like, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not gonna act like this the first time this done happened. That's why I asked the first question. It's him and that little
Watch
girl.
when you hear this shit, Todd's gonna fuck you up. This shit gonna fuck you up, bro.
Well, I'm getting this time stand right. Let me play this little clip right here.
These people are talking about I wrote a letter. I never wrote a letter recanting my story. I did show up at court to drop the charges because I was being forced to. But the judge said take it to the district attorney, and they refused to do so.
All right, when you wrote the letter and gave it to the DA, what did they say?
I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA. I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA. I wrote the letter, I gave it to the DA. I never wrote a letter recanting my story. The judge specifically said, take it to the DA. And everybody looked at the DA, and the DA shook her head like, it's not happening. Right.
Oh, because they didn't want you. They didn't want you to go to court because you recanted your story. You told them it never happened. X, Y, Z. You was young. You was freshman. Correct, right?
Yeah.
That was it. Well, damn.
Sound like she's saying in that audio that she was pressured to say that.
That bitch wish-washing, whatever it is. She wish-washing.
She a fucking Karen.
Flip, floppity, flop.
I mean, if anybody, any male or anyone is in that position, would you take that? Like, I would never advise somebody I care about or love, male, female, whatever, to take a predator list, be in the sex offender list.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't have took that shit. I wouldn't have.
Todd, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she lying. See, and that's what made me lead me to believe she was playing with this nigga and something went wrong. And then she tried
something
to
else going on with that.
Yeah, it's more to the story. This shit sounding kind of loopy. I'm gonna tell you this much. She definitely wrote a letter, because anytime you give a statement on a person, whether you sign an affidavit to take a charge for a nigga, or you're refusing the charge, you're putting the charge, you're gonna write it, sign it, it's gonna get sealed and notarized. So therefore, she most definitely wrote a letter. Now, why her story is changing in between, or made me think like she was playing with this nigga, or she was a loose female out here, and something went wrong in that house, and she tried to fuck over him and then changed her mind.
But Todd, you taking a deal though?
Fuck no.
Okay, I mean.
Hold on, but what don't add up is in the paperwork though. Like, I get Todd where you coming from, but when you saying it must have been the parents or the household or whatever, that don't add up, because she went directly to the school and the security people and the officers who took. Nah, I get that, but I'm saying after the incident, quote unquote, because we don't know if it happened or not, whatever. The school and everybody went to the house, and he was still at the the house that got the door kicked in. So something happened. I just don't get if it wasn't forced. What was the point of getting the school people?
In the chat, they're saying they have the. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm done.
No, in the chat they're saying they have a rape kit, Todd. In the chat they're saying there is.
In normal circumstances, she's not going with them nowhere. She's going to the hospital. They're going to take whatever information she give them. Then they'll go find the nigga, right?
And then she had the cut in her stomach. So then it's like, okay, so from the time of the incident to her getting to school and the school people going back to the house and her having the rape kit, you mean to tell me she cut herself on the stomach and I got them to go there?
No. I'm not saying this.
I'm only reading this is only because I read the court document, so that's why I'm confused.
I feel like they were together, right? Something went on while they was together. I go from rape to I lied, to I wrote a statement, I didn't write a statement. Her statements are starting to lose me.
Oh, fuck that, bro. You gotta look at why did he take the guilty plea? Why did he take that plea?
They're saying Mickey's content has pictures of the knife, the bite mark to her face. If somebody can get Mickey content, they saying that it has more details about
Mickey in here.
Somebody ping Mickey True 2022 up in this bitch. Let's see what she got to say.
All we got to do is ping her ass in here.
Mickey had a long 3 hours, man. Ass room. Fucking around with beef, man. trying to windmill with Beast. She probably sleeping. Right?
So I'm just trying to understand. If y'all know y'all ain't raped nobody, why would y'all still plead guilty to attempted rape? That's just like you getting charged for killing somebody and then you accept it and you ain't even do it.
Definitely, I ain't pleading guilty.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fighting that shit. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
And I know I ain't did it.
I'm with you, Wack, because they were talking about, he was young, he didn't know what he was doing. Like, come on now.
Fuck
They were
that.
smart enough to try to get the girl to do whatever they wanted to do, not to say nothing.
He wasn't that young. 16 ain't that young.
Somebody knew how to do something, so he didn't have to take that. He took it. There's something going on there. Exactly what happened, I don't know, but he took it. And
he knew he did something that he could have got a lot more time. Something else happened in that bitch where he could have got a lot more time.
Man,
Fuck it, I just want to get out of this shit.
I want to just real, bro. I think that bitch got paid.
I'm definitely thinking she got some kind of money. And the fact of the matter is, I'm definitely thinking that it's all fucked up. But the thing about it, we talk about Kenneth Petty. This motherfucker's a goon, has motherfuckers co-signing him, has a lot of shit going on with him. But he took a deal. You don't have to take shit you don't want. Even a public pretender will tell you it's up to you. You can take it or you can leave it. Anybody tells you that. You can take it or you can leave it.
A public pretender?
Yeah, that's what we call them. Public defenders, public pretenders. Because they're just there to give you a deal. Most of the time I usually take them because I'm going to get a deal.
That's a lie. That's a whole lie. Because my public defender did the damn works. Can't say that for everybody.
Yeah, but you probably wasn't in there for nothing.
I was.
That nigga took a serious ass charge and he don't even know. Nigga, you gotta fucking register every fucking year, 2 years or some shit. How they do that shit? I don't know how they.
He knew what he was taking. They explained that shit to him. He knew what he was taking when he took it.
Hey, yo, Beast, the video's in the chat. To Nicki's video on Kenneth Petty.
New York probably didn't make him register.
Yeah, he'd have to. I know in Cali
ain't fucking around.
That's crazy.
You know Cali ain't playing. They ain't playing with no motherfucker. If you that, you gonna register. Nigga, they got they full home.
I'm trying to figure out. They have everything on there. You have to register and have to tell your address all the time.
That made the chick start doing interviews because this nigga failed to register that last time. And then she started doing, because she said the nigga was registered since like 94 or whatever. Since he was convicted of this shit. Like,
nigga, that's a long time, bang.
The thing about it is, you got these other people saying that he's gonna do some miraculous thing to get off this shit and he's gonna beat this case. After 24 years. After 24 years, these motherfuckers.
To drop the case. She pushing that line for her to recant this story.
You talking about fucking nigga? That's 29 years.
29 years now, and he still hasn't done it. He thinks Nicki Minaj is the almighty savior. Is gonna get him to get his name off the fucking register.
You've been registering this long. Why you complaining about it now?
He's trying to do his big one and do whatever he can.
Bro, you know you ain't mad though. Bro, listen, B.
Now he mad though.
You ain't did that shit, bro. You gon' complain about that shit right away.
Nah, man, you gonna go to the box.
29 years.
I would have thought different if he would have went to the box a little bit. He's still a rapist to me because he got that on his jacket. It's what it is. But it would have looked a lot different. He would have had a little more leg to stand on if he fucking went to the box with that shit, exhausting all efforts to go to the box without taking a deal. I would have gave him
take a deal, nigga. What the fuck?
You don't take a deal on that, KO.
You don't, nigga.
You don't say, hey, I took a deal. What's the deal? I got to register as a sex offender and I got attempted rape. Ow. The fuck you mean? Fuck you mean?
But I feel like they'd be damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because then if he would have got charged for it and would have had to go in and was found guilty, then you would have said he was found guilty of rape. And he's convicted of rape.
I'm still trying to figure how he slid through the cracks in that New York penal system that's supposed to be so active.
Danny, you sound crazy right there.
No, y'all do it all the time. Listen, y'all woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like, no, I agree with you. I'm not owning anything I didn't do. But what I'm saying is when we have the cases where niggas said they didn't do the shit and they went in because they knew they didn't do it, then y'all be like, oh, well, he's convicted and he was found guilty of it. So I'm just saying, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with these cases. Like, you just never know. We weren't there.
certain cases is different. If it's a gun case, drug case, something like that, that's different, man. But when a motherfucker get that R on their back, that's, man, fuck that.
Now what I'm saying is that I feel like this topic is so tricky, and it can go either way. Like, it all just depends on who's giving the story and how they giving it. It's going to determine how you feel about whether it's the truth or not. Whether he got convicted of it and said he didn't do it or whatever and still was found guilty, it'll still be like, all right, well, you still a rapist. You still on Megan's law.
That's what I'm trying to say. That motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a double trick. It's a trick bag. It's definitely a trick bag, but at the same time, that's why we don't even put ourselves in position to do that kind of shit. Like, there will never be an instance where it's like, oh, he was in a position to get.
Nah, shit happen to niggas all the time where they genuinely didn't do some shit
and you fight it.
It's just
lies. But you fight. But mind you.
Rape is a hard one.
You find it. You fight it. You ain't taking the lick. You fighting it. You fighting everything. Every court document you have says, hey, he fought it. He's denied it. He utmost vehemently denied everything. Every court document. Nothing in the document's gonna say he took a deal. It's gonna have audio. And I never did. Not all that shit. Everything, go into the box with that shit. Put me on stand. Bring the motherfucking, what the fuck is the shit, the lie detector, all that shit. You fighting that shit like your life, because your life depends on that if you're in the streets.
Hey, Beast, let's clear this up. They don't put rape on you unless you forcefully.
Give me his charges right quick. What was his charges?
He got charged for attempted rape. It's on his PTR, and if you go to the Megan's Law in California.
Give him to me though.
Hold on real quick.
Hold on. Give him the charges.
Give him the charges real quick.
Man, I can't even see it. That shit's so small. Hold on. I got you. Got the screenshot it.
Give him the actual.
No misconduct with a minor.
I'm gonna send it to you, Ty. I'm gonna send it to you.
No statutory. No, I'm asking you a simple question for a reason. Had he wasn't charged with all this, it's gonna lead to some shit where maybe she lied about her age.
That's what I'm saying. Rape by force. Hey, Ty, this is attempted rape by force or fear.
Okay, so no minor charges, right?
261.
No charges with a minor.
No, both minors. They were both 16 when it happened. I think they said they were both 16. Don't quote me on that, but I think everybody was saying they were both 16 when it happened.
I thought he was 25.
No, hell no. They was in school, bro.
They was both 16. That nigga a year younger than me. Same birthday.
No,
me and that
older
nigga got the same. Oh yeah,
year younger, same birthday, exactly.
No, he's not, bro. He was born in 78, bro. What are you talking about?
A year younger than me, nigga.
They said 72.
Same
that
birthday.
She was lying.
Listen to Wack. Wack's telling you it's the same birthday.
April 7th. Bro, I pulled the Megan's Law.
We already did all that.
Yeah, bro. Like, all you gotta do is look at my PTR, bro. The Megan's Law don't fucking lie.
The nigga got the same birthday, bro.
Damn, that is my birthday.
Yeah.
April 7th.
In the fucking interview, it said 950 in his 50s. This shit crazy to me.
God, he's 45. He's a year younger than me, bro. Them people in them interviews just be regular people, bro. That don't mean it's real. They just talk.
Yeah. I definitely heard a nigga say now in his 50s. Born in 70s.
Bro, you ain't hear me. Did you see me comment in the chat like this bitch is cat?
That nigga the shit wrong. That nigga birthday wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know how because the motherfucker act like she seen the case. Like I ain't seen the case. Like the actual fucking case.
So listen, was he older than this person or was he younger?
They was the same age. But look, this is what she said. Bro, this is what she said happened.
No, they was both 16.
Hold on, this is what she said happened.
This is why he didn't get the minor charge. This is why he didn't get the minor charge. So now, if we talking about two kids in an abandoned house, and they most definitely must have been fucking around, some funny shit must have happened, all this cut on the stomach, I can't prove what happened, and I'm thinking this nigga was wrong, fucking with a little minor. I mean, I don't know what's up.
But look, this is why I want to see. This is why I want to see the actual police report, because she said that like soon as the shit happened, like she ain't wait no days or nothing. She said she ran straight out and ran straight into the police, like they call the police like right on the spot type shit. Like she went straight to the hospital, like right from the scene to the fucking.
No, it wasn't from the scene.
She went to the school.
That's what she said. No, that's what I mean.
She said she went to school.
Yeah, she went to the school. Yeah, she went to the school. Yeah, and they took her from the school to the hospital. Right, that's what she said, from the school to the hospital. But what I'm saying is she ain't letting no time pass and all that shit. So the police report should have all that if she keeping the gangster with all that shit.
We can't get over the fact that he still pled guilty. I can't get over the fact of that.
Yeah, that's where we stuck at. Cause
ain't no man doing that.
Like,
man, let's hit a chick, man. Let's hit a chick top. Fuck, shit the fuck she's up.
That nigga that was talking sounded like KO.
Oh, it's me in the flesh. Having my nigga.
Oh, that was KO. What up, dog?
Our next guest is speaking out for the first time on camera regarding a lawsuit she filed against Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. A lawsuit accusing them of harassment and intimidation, among other charges. We believe that all women's voices have the right to be heard, which is why we invited her to come here today. Please welcome Jennifer Huff and her lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, welcome to You to Do. So we're going to take our time. After being silent for so long, why are you here speaking up today?
I'm tired of being afraid. I feel like the actions that were taken in regards to this whole situation have put me in a different type of fear at my age now, and it was wrong, and I don't want to be afraid anymore. So the only way not to be afraid is to continue to speak up.
Let's take it back to the beginning. What was your first interaction with Kenneth Petty?
September 16th of 94. It was a Friday morning. I was on my way to school, high school. I seen him at a bus stop. I didn't think anything of it other than there goes Kenny across the street. And he asked me where I was going. I said I was going to school. I asked him where he was going. He said he was going to school too. I might have said something like, yeah, right. And I turned away from him to look for, we had dollar vans back then. So I was looking for the bus or the dollar van. And before you know it, he was grabbing a hold of my jacket.
Jennifer, what happened after he grabbed you?
I felt something in my back. So I just assumed there was a gun. And I started walking. And I'm pleading with him the whole way. I'm trying to understand what does he want, and we get in front of this house. It might have been maybe the second or third house from the corner, and he kind of reaches behind me with his foot to push the door open, and he pushes me up the steps. We go up the steps. I'm crying because now I'm inside. We walk up the steps, and I'm continuously pleading with him. I'm asking him, like, what do you want? Like, if you just want me to chill here with you, I will. And then he said I knew what he wanted. He pushed me down on the bed. We wrestled for my clothes. Because all I could do was hold my pants like this, as tight as I can. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me to like really fight. I just held on to my pants, and he'd hold my arms down, and he squeezed the sides of my stomach so hard. And so I'd let go, and as soon as I let go, he'd grab my pants. It was like a tug of war. After a while, I just got tired. I just felt maybe if he hurry up, I could just hurry up and leave. After he got off top of me, he stood in the mirror and he beat his chest. And he said, I'm the man, I'm the man. And so I'm asking him, please let me go. I won't tell nobody. And he just was into the mirror. He just into himself. He went to light a cigarette. And And I thought maybe, like, you know, I seen a roll of toilet paper on a dresser, and I thought maybe if I liked a cigarette, I could get the match to set the toilet paper on fire, and it went out. I squirted his contact lens cleaner in his face, and he was like, "Thank you for wiping my face," and he just washed the water. And at that time, I just seen this big plastic bottle, almost like the bleach bottle, sorry, and I just took it and swung it at him with all my might. And when he went to duck, I pushed him, and he fell in between the beds, and I just ran, and I just kept running. And just kept running, and before I knew it, I was in front of my school, and security guard was asking me, like, "Where have you been, Jennifer? You're late." And I told them, and they called the police, and the police came and they put me in a van, and they asked me if I can show them the location of where this happened. I did, and I watched them bring him out in handcuffs. And then they took me to the hospital.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Now, Kenneth was arrested, but his family came and claimed that the two of you were in a relationship. Is any of that true?
No, we were never in a relationship, ever. We never had no type of romantic anything. We never talked on the phone. We never hung out together. I just knew him from the neighborhood.
At what point during the trial, it was reported that you tried to recant your accusations? What happened?
Instead of me going home after that happened, because I ran to school, I wasn't able to involve family members of what happened. The police had gotten involved right away, so they were pretty upset about the threats that, you know, I better drop the charges. So the lady who raised me, she was much older. And to prevent fear from that house, I was forced to go to the courthouse on his court date. I wasn't supposed to be there. They had me hiding on the steps. They, meaning my family, had me on the stairwell, waiting for his court to come up. And it just so happened that the district attorney took the steps that day. And she seen me and she asked me, Jennifer, what are you doing here? And because my back was to my family, I was able to tell her that they were trying to force me to drop the charges. So when it came time for court, I believe the judge might have asked a question, and I stood up in court and I just blurted out, I want to drop the charges. I never said it didn't happen. I just said I want to drop the charges. And the judge said, take it to the DA. And they told me to leave. You know, like the district attorney told me I had nothing to worry about. And I went home. And shortly after that, I left the state of New York.
Jennifer, I'm going to read because I don't want to make a mistake, because this is an important story. Though Kenneth Petty first denied the rape charges, he was charged with first-degree rape, subsequently pleaded guilty to attempted rape, and spent over 4 years in prison, according to the inmate records. Did you feel that justice was served?
I don't think I thought about justice per se, because I was still blaming myself. I thought it was something that I did or didn't do. So I don't think I thought about if I got justice. I just knew he did what he did and he went to jail, and I had to leave my family, I had to leave my home, and I had to move away. So yeah, I never really gave it much thought.
How has this affected you emotionally over the years?
In so many ways. Hiding within myself, living and surviving through insecurities, using them to protect myself, thinking that if I don't look a certain way, I won't attract a certain type of attention. And I've been like that my whole life.
Jennifer, let's move forward. When it was announced that Kenneth Petty was marrying Nicki Minaj, what was your first thought about that news?
I was so afraid of being found out. I was so afraid of being known as the person he violated. And I didn't want that. You know, it's Nicki Minaj. You know, I didn't want that to reflect on my children.
Nicki addressed fans who brought up Kenneth's attempted rape conviction by replying to them on social media, saying he was 15, she was 16, in a relationship. What are your thoughts about that?
It was like reliving it again, because it was a lie. It wasn't true. We both were 16. We were never in a relationship. I just felt woman to woman. I was wrong of her because I don't know you and you don't know me to know that statement you put out to the world to be true. You have 150 something million followers on it. They all believed it. It hurt coming from another woman. I mean, just the girl thing, you know?
We reached out to Kenneth Petty's lawyer and representatives from Nicki Minaj, who did not immediately respond to requests for comment. We're still here talking with Jennifer Huff, who is currently involved in a lawsuit with Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. She is joined by her lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn. Now, Jennifer, in 2020, Kenneth Petty was arrested for failing to register as a sex offender. In violation of the plea deal he accepted for attempted rape in 1994. Now, did you feel that he wasn't taking responsibility? He wasn't taking his punishment seriously?
I didn't initially think that way. I think it was more about why wouldn't he want to protect the person who he's with? You know, more so like you've been registering for 20-something years. Why would you wait till now not to do so? And then I thought more so that it was going to open up a can of worms for me and my family.
Well, we reached out to Kenneth Petty's lawyer and representatives for Nicki Minaj, who did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Tyrone, will you please lay out just for us what is in the lawsuit?
Let's just be clear. We would not be here but for the actions of Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj. The lawsuit deals with two things. First, it deals with the crime of 1994 when Kenneth Petty raped Jennifer. And it also deals with the actions of 2020 when Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty decided to send their associates to Jennifer and harass her for a 7-month span to get her to recant her story from 1994 in order to get him off of the sex offender registry. So the lawsuit deals with harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, sexual harassment, sexual assault.
Jennifer, what kind of harassment do you allege that you faced?
There was an associate of Kenneth and Nicki Minaj who came to the state that I was living at. I've been harassed by people calling family members that I haven't even spoken to or seen in quite a while, offering money, phone calls from different people in regards to this supposed letter that I written. People approaching my daughter. People approached her in a club and asked her about Kenneth Petty, and she wasn't even born at the time that this happened. So yeah, it's been pretty awful.
Jennifer, have you ever spoken to Nicki directly?
I did, in March of 2020. She called me and she said that she got word that I was willing to help them out in a situation. I didn't understand what she was referring to. She offered to fly me and my family to LA. I turned it down, and I told her, woman to woman, this really happened. And I hadn't spoken to her since.
Now, you allege that Nicki and Kenneth were harassing you. In what way?
With them sending people to negotiate numbers as far as money is concerned with family members. And Nicki is the one who personally reached out to me. She's, in regards to helping them in this situation. And then the threats that I received because I kept saying no to every offer, to every suggestion. The last incident was when one of their associates put $20,000 on my lap, and I still kept saying no. The last message I received was that I should have taken the money because they're going to use that money to put on my head. And then I cut off everything, changed my numbers. I moved multiple times, relocated away from my children because I didn't want anything to come back and affect them. So I've kind of been in fear for the last year.
This associate that she's referring to, this is the same guy who recently posted an Instagram video threatening to either kill or to do bodily harm to Jennifer. And this post came literally 6 days after Kenneth Petty accepted a plea deal here in California for failing to register as a sex offender. This is the same guy that showed up at Jennifer's house with the $20,000 and put it on her lap with a pre-written recantment statement that he tried to force her to sign on behalf of Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. This is the same associate that sent Jennifer a text message from Kenneth Petty with Nicki Minaj's phone number, informing her that this is the number that you will receive a call from. And that number is the one that called her.
Which I don't want to say too much. Nobody want to. What's up? What's going on?
I was trying to let
I'm in the motherfucking building, so I must bust up. What we doing, man?
Heartbroken or something in this motherfucker.
Man, I'm a bang, niggas heartbroken in here, man. That's what it is. Niggas gotta throw them pink tapes away. A lot of ladies gotta throw them pink tapes away.
Since it's might as well say something. I'm cleaning my house and shit. Anyway, I just think Nicki just needs to stay far back and not try to comment too much, like Wack was saying, with as far as the Kenneth shit, like whatever the fuck. I will also go to say this: everybody got some, maybe not no skeleton like that, but motherfuckers got skeletons. Whether you didn't kill somebody, stole some shit, whatever. So people ain't perfect. It's been a couple of decades since this shit happened. I mean, he was a kid too. Y'all gotta remember that. Like, how was y'all thinking at 16? But the shit is terrible. It should never happen. It should never go down. But it's also a complicated situation when you're dealing with two kids that are burnt out. And, this is a great opportunity for her to go ahead and tell her story and, get her following and whatever. But if that really, did all take place, I feel sorry for that lady. But y'all have to look at the whole thing. We got, a lot of people that be in the goo that did some crazy shit when they was kids, whatever. But anyway, with that being said, she just needs to stay far back. I think she just needs to leave it alone. But, I'm a Nicki fan. Don't really know Kenneth like that. But if she's messing with him, I'm thinking he about 40-something now, 50. That was so many decades ago. He was a kid. That's how I feel about it. I'm just whatever. That shit's fucked up. But yeah, whatever.
I ain't fucking with no nigga 16 whipping a knife out, stabbing a bitch in the stomach over the pussy. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that nigga.
Shit.
Feel me, Indigo? Indigo, come on, son. Sick, a nigga 14, if that even cross a nigga mind, I'm about to whip my knife out and stab this in 6th grade, 7th grade. Think about, fuck the age. We talking 6, 7, 8
it's the
grade,
same. To me, I ain't gonna hold you. It's the same as these 14-year-old niggas running around shooting niggas in the head in Chicago.
No. That's shooting your eye.
It's the
we
same.
talking about, bitch, give me the pussy or I'ma shoot you. That's different.
Yeah, no, it's not different. It's the same shit. I equate a rape to you shooting a nigga.
No, Indigo, hit me out.
Listen, rape stay on your life forever.
If I'm beefing with a nigga from the other side, do that on me, that's one thing.
Listen.
I got it.
Nah, my bad. Hit dog's gonna holler. Listen, I think all this shit is chaotic.
Nigga, that didn't even mean nothing you just said.
Hold on, can I finish?
Let her finish.
Let me finish. Hold on, and then y'all can go because I ain't talked the whole time. It's been 2 hours of audio and shit. Listen. I just look at it like this, right? Motherfucker was 16, and I'm not gonna sit up and act like I'm gonna look at him the same way if he did it when he was 30, when he was 16. I'm not gonna sit up and act like that, right? Don't know what he's seen. Don't know if he had got the help for whatever the fuck he had went through, or whatever the fuck she had went through, why she was going with him in the bed at 16, because both of them was doing some crazy ass shit, and it was bad parenting going on both ends, right? We can agree, right? So, the fact of the matter is, the shit's fucked up. Like I said, if that's exactly what happened, because I know there was rumors earlier about that that's not exactly what happened. If that's exactly what happened, that's fucked up. I feel sorry for that lady. I don't condone rape. But my thing is, I'm a Nicki fan, so fuck that. All that shit, I don't give a fuck about Mr. Petty. My bad, Nicki. She need to stay far away from the whole situation. But I am going to say this one thing. I'm not going to treat it as if he was 30 at 16. I'm not going to equate the same equivalence to that, because 16, y'all done did some dumbass shit that y'all probably, 20, I had caught DWIs and shit, some dumbass shit. But like I said, that's how it happened. That's fucked up. I hope he got help for that. But that was like 40 years ago, and he was a minor. It was bad parenting on both ends. Both of them were fucking minors. Bad parenting on both ends. So that's how I feel.
Yo, Indigo.
Especially all this fuck for that. I mean, if you need to whoop your daughter's ass if she's going in the motherfucking fucking shed at 16 with a nigga getting in the bed like that.
Yo, Indigo,
that shit is weird.
Indigo used gang violence, Chicago, and DWIs as an example of a nigga saying,
hey, look, hey, y'all wanted my
you.
commentary. I told you. Y'all can comment. Look, it's opinions. It's opinionated. But I
no, you right. No, I'm not saying that.
Look, I'm not equating him being 30 doing this shit versus him being 16.
Hey, yo, hold up real quick. Hey, Zeem, this is how you guys get down as being part of that organization. This is how you guys handle business in prison, or what?
Who?
You guys don't handle business in prison, or what?
Beast. Because I know
I'm talking about Zeem. I'm talking about Zeem being from New York.
I know you like talking fast.
Zeem being from New York. And how are you able to skate through the system with an assault, a rape? I'm talking about how you in prison. How are you in prison? How are you in prison? And you're able to walk the yard within a motherfucking attempted rape and registering as a sex offender. How are you able to walk a New York prison yard?
I done heard California.
And be valid.
I done heard the state of California come on here and say there's a whole dorm full of rats running shit. Nigga, we dealing with the same thing everywhere in the whole world, nigga.
Hold on. You ain't never heard that.
We dealing with the same
Hold on,
shit. I'm not.
Well, you hear that shit?
Nothing about what that nigga got going on.
Hold on, Zane. Check this out, bro. Ain't no California prison yard main line with no rat is running nothing.
I never said main line.
They got PC yards. Where it's all rats on one yard. What they do is what they do. They own that yard because they got rolled up off the main line yard.
That's in Wack.
He just asked you a real question. And the fact that you can't answer it. He said, how does a nigga walk a main line for 7 years with a rape on his jacket and make it out of there?
Hey, I don't know his story, but I can say this, Wack. From what I seen, a lot of niggas be turning a blind eye one, or a nigga got that bag, whether it be them drugs, them guns, or whatever that play is. Usually, that's from what I see. I don't know what his situation is, but whenever I seen some bullshit like that happen, Wack, you heard?
Wait, I got a question.
Hey, listen. Hey, homie. Hey, listen. All I'm saying is this. I'm telling you the bullshit I see and I don't fuck with. I'm telling you, I've seen that right there. I've seen that play where a nigga be all out of pocket and a nigga getting all everything and the drugs, the guns, and I don't know, bro. He end up living on the yard.
Well, here's my thing too. I got one last question.